Yo everybody, how you doing? Hope you guys are hanging in there. I'm trying to, still very hard to process everything that happened yesterday. It crushed me, you know. This video that I'm putting out today, right now, is a video that I actually had done. It was supposed to come out last night, Sunday evening, but I decided not to do it because I just was bummed out about the whole Kobe Bryant thing, and then his daughter involved, and everybody else that we heard that was on that helicopter. God rest all their souls. God bless their families, all those kind of things. But I just didn't think it was good timing to put something else out yesterday. So I'm putting yesterday evening's video out right now. This is that. And the reason I'm doing this little first part of it is because we've had some Eagles breaking news since then. Andrew Berry, the vice president of football operations for the Eagles, is going to take that job with the Cleveland Browns. Now, we all kind of expected it, and it kind of relates to this video and what we're going to talk about. So I wanted to come on here and just say that Andrew Berry is pretty much gone, so we've lost him, we've lost Joe Douglas, and I have definite concerns about who is going to be evaluating the talent. Howie Roseman is very good with contracts. He's very good with trade negotiations. He's very good at those kind of things. But one of the weaknesses for him has been talent evaluation, and especially at the wide receiver and the cornerback positions, for that matter. And I got to tell you, it worries me because those are two positions that I feel that we can't miss on anymore. They've held us back. So Andrew Berry was viewed as a great mind, a very up and coming young, GM, football operator, whatever he was going to be, and I was looking forward to seeing how he was going to help Howie Roseman and influence and see what he could do in contributing to the Eagles. So he's gone, and It is what it is, and that's breaking today, and it does relate to the rest of this video. So without further ado, here's that video. One thing us fat asses know, besides buttering your hips to get through a door, is speed kills. You can't crush what you can't catch. Still stinks. Everybody doing King Ding by here, and I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys are having a great day. Me, I'm in slow motion today, I'm like JJ Ortega-Whiteside trying to run a deep route. Takes 8 seconds to go 30 yards. That's how I feel. I got boxes out the ass in the garage. I got old Christmas boxes. I got Costco boxes. I got present boxes that were sent. I got so many boxes, I'm going to have to go to the dump. I was going to do it today. I came in, turned on TV, the Senior Bowl's on. I'm like, I got to watch the Senior Bowl. We need a wide receiver. So, I don't know if I'm going to get this shit done or not. Maybe I'll get it done tomorrow. Who knows? But I had to come make a video because of you guys. Of course, One thing I'll say about the Senior Bowl, I think it's overrated in terms of the draft. I think that you could get a guy that has one good game, and then all of a sudden, his draft stock rises and then he does nothing. Other times it can help when you get a guy who's maybe overlooked, a guy from a smaller college. That could help. When I watch the Senior Bowl, I don't worry about the stats or stuff. I just like to watch the guys who looks explosive, who looks like he can tackle, who looks like they have instinct, who looks like they can flip their hips quick, all those kind of things, who can run good routes. That's what I like to look for and watch when I watch the Senior Bowl. But, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Now, I better address this real quick too, because I keep getting asked. People keep asking me, when you gonna do another Dingbat stream? When your Dingbat stream's coming back? I said I would start streaming Sixers again in February, and I think the best game to start that against is going to be when the Sixers play the stinking Boston Celtics. I hate the Celtics. They play them February 1st, next Saturday. I'll be streaming that. Then they're going to play Milwaukee later in the that next week. I'll stream that too. And for those Eagle fans and football fans, just know that when I do Sixer stuff, it's never in place of football stuff or Eagle stuff. It's always in addition to. You will never be, forgotten. The Eagle stuff will never be, pushed back because I got to do Sixer stuff. It doesn't work that way. It's always in addition to the Eagle stuff. So just remember that. And those who keep asking me if I'm going to do a conspiracy show or channel, I may be doing a conspiracy channel coming up soon. So just hang on to that too. But anyways, next week it'll be fun. I blabbered enough. Let's get right into what I wanted to talk about. And basically what that is I want to know, what is the biggest need for this team? It seems like Eagle fans are arguing over two positions, cornerback or wide receiver. What's the biggest need? And to me, it's simple. To me, the biggest need on this team is simple. It's wide receiver. The Eagles are in desperate need of a wide receiver, of wide receivers. 3 wide receivers, in my opinion. Wide receivers I would put up here, corner down here. It is a big difference between the two. The Eagles don't have real talent, young talent at the wide receiver position. And when you look at that position, okay, and you look at what's the biggest and most important position on your football team, it's your quarterback. It's your franchise quarterback. You have to take care of him and make sure he has weapons. You have to. You have to. And when you look at the Eagles and you look at the best receivers that they have a 33-year-old in Deshaun Jackson who missed most of the year. Didn't help us at all. And the chances that he comes back and stays healthy next year is slim to none. And you got Alshon Jeffrey. I mean, he's going to be 30 in February. We don't know if he's an anonymous source. We have multiple people putting things out from the locker room, being around it every day, that he's not a good influence on that locker room. I don't know what to make of it. Okay? But those are your 2 best guys, and they're both 30 years old. By the time they start playing, they'll be 30 plus. Both of them aren't going to stay healthy next year. They can't. It's just what it is. Then, the 3rd best wide receiver, in many people's eyes, not mine, but in many people, including the front office, it's just Nelson. He's gone. So really, you have Greg Ward Jr. and you have Ortega-Whiteside. And to me, those are really your only 2 viable wide receivers. Well, you got Deshaun, but like I said, he's older. You need 3 wide receivers, and they need to have speed. The biggest, most important thing for me, what I want out of my wide receivers is speed. For Carson and type of quarterback he is, this team needs speed. I'm more concerned about speed than size and how physical they are. I want speed. I want Tyreek Hill speed. I want burners. You can't hit what you can't catch. There was a statistic that came out. Who has the fastest players on offense? Do you know who those 2 teams were that have the fastest offensive players? The Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Where are they playing? In the Super Bowl. Okay? That's what the Eagles need. The Eagles need speed. They need youth and speed at the wide receiver position. They got to address the wide receiver position in free agency. Then they have to address the wide receiver position in the 1st round. I'm watching a lot of Henry Ruggs right now and CeeDee Lamb. I like CeeDee Lamb a lot. Henry Ruggs I like a lot. And what I like about Henry Ruggs is he may be the fastest player in football, in college football. Tyreek Hill type speed. I'm in love with that. I mean, Andy Reid's a big fat ass too, just like me. He walks around. What does he want? He wants speed. He knows speed kills. Speed kills. Get some speed on this team. You need 3 wide receivers that all could come in and make an impact on this team. All of them. You need 3. I don't know what they're going to do with Alshon. I got a video coming out on Alshon Jeffrey. And I don't want to get into all the details of Alshon and what's going on and what we should do with Alshon. I just know that he may not come back. It may not be a good idea to bring him back. And if they do bring him back, I don't know what it's going to mean. And I'll get into that in another video. But really, the way I see it, you only have one legit wide receiver right now, and that's that's Deshaun Jackson, and he can't stay healthy. Alshon, I don't know. I don't even know with his Liz Frank how effective he's going to be. He may be on IR all year next year. Who knows? Eagles need wide receivers. You need to go out and get a guy in free agency, maybe a Robbie Anderson. And if you don't like Robbie Anderson, pick another wide receiver that you like. I don't care. But you got to have somebody to insert. Deshaun Jackson's getting older. You got to draft somebody that can take his place eventually. You got to get somebody to compete in the slot with Greg Ward. You need a lot of work at the wide receiver position. So I don't think it's even close. Because of the ages of your best two guys, you're losing your third guy. You got to redo your whole wide receiving core. And you got to get receivers that fit your quarterback, you know? So that's the biggest need on this team. Now, as far as the cornerback goes, here's what's interesting to me, right? We know that they've looked bad. Ronald Darby, I want him gone. But when you look at them, okay, the difference between the corners and the receivers is Deshaun Jackson 33, Alshon Jeffries 30. When you look at the guys that we have at corner, Sidney Jones 23. Rasul Douglas, 25. Avonte Maddox, 23. Cravion LeBlanc, 25. These guys are young. These guys are young and still could get better. They still could get better. And I think that they have talent. I think we all know that they have some sort of talent. Okay? I think that Jim Schwartz and the defensive back coach, I don't think they did a good job teaching these guys and putting them in great positions. But I think these guys have talent. And let me say this. You got a problem at the safety position. Malcolm Jenkins is not coming back unless you fix his contract. You're not going to see Malcolm Jenkins and Rodney McLeod get re-signed and come back. They're not going to keep both of them. They're going to keep one of them. And it has to be Malcolm Jenkins. He's too important. He's too important to this team. If you want to go out and sign a younger safety, a Clint Dix or something, fine, go ahead. But I don't even think you need to do that. I swear to you, I know I've been saying this, people don't believe me, but I swear if they would move Rasul Douglas to safety, put him next to Malcolm Jenkins, give him a whole offseason to learn, I swear he could be a good safety. And he's cheap and he wouldn't cost much. Even Avonte Maddox, you can put him, move Malcolm Jenkins, more of a strong type safety, and you can let Avonte Maddox be a free safety. You can do it. They have some versatility and talent to fix it without paying a lot of money. I think instead of going and signing big guys, big names, move one of these guys because they fit. I'm telling you, it fits. I would draft a safety. In like the third or fourth round, no doubt about it. You have to keep Malcolm Jenkins. You have to go out in free agency and sign a starting corner. That should be number one. You have to sign somebody to take what's his face's spot, Ronald Darby's spot. Jalen Mills, and I'm going to speak about this in an upcoming video. I would consider keeping him. He's 25 years old. He ain't the best corner in the world. I don't think he's going to go blow the market away. I think you could bring him back as some sort of backup role, a depth role, and let him play. He's got some experience. He isn't perfect, but as a backup corner, he could be good. And then I would draft a cornerback in like the second round. Second or third round, I draft a corner. Drafting a wide receiver first. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going receiver 1, corner 2, receiver 3. I may go receiver 1, receiver 2, corner 3. That in the third round. I may even do that. The cornerbacks, when I look at guys like Sidney Jones, I saw flashes of Sidney Jones at the end of the year play good. I believe some of these guys actually have some talent, but they're not coached and not put in the best position. And maybe a new defensive back coach, maybe some tweaking here or there, maybe playing guys to their strength better. You can use some of these guys still. So I would go out in free agency and sign a starting cornerback. I would draft a corner in the second or third round, okay? But I would take Rasul Douglas. I would move him to safety. I would take Avonte Maddox, maybe move him all around too. I like Cravion LeBlanc. And I would go from there. To think that you're going to just draft a corner and he's going to come in and just be a shutdown Jalen Mills type guy doesn't usually happen like that unless you're picking in like the top 5, okay? So I think when you look at the two biggest needs on this team, I think the wide receiver, because of the guys being so old and worn down and hurt all the time and slow, that is the biggest need. You have to fill with at least 3 guys. At corner, you have problems, but I'm not so sure that there's the guys like Sidney Jones, even though a lot of people want to give up on him, Avonte Maddox, Craven LeBlanc. I think these guys have some talent and they're still young. Okay, just get a solid starting corner to come in, keep Malcolm Jenkins, use Roswell Douglas to what he's naturally should be, and then draft another corner. And I think that the secondary will be fine. I really do. So if I had to say one or the other, wide receiver, by far, without question, is the number 1 need on this team. And it's a desperate need. Desperate for speed, for youth, and for quality. With that said, take care, talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.